rack it up. I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up. She got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out.
What's going on? Welcome back to the Friendly Fade Podcast, episode 7 with Reem the Dream, Nubs, and Coquito Papi. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And if you're feeling generous, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a banger. If you don't got time to watch all these episodes straight through, make sure you check out those shorts. We are posting on a weekly basis. So, yes, go to the Friendly Fade Podcast channel and check those out. But without further ado, I'm going to let Nate take the stage so we can, make our picks for the week.
Yes, sir. Last week, we had some good games, boys. And surprisingly, I'm going to get straight to the record. Surprisingly, somebody went 5-0 last week. All 5 games were chosen correctly. And it wasn't you, Reem, and it wasn't me. It was Harry, bro. Congrats, Harry. Harry jumped right back into the record at 23-16, tied up with you, Kareem. And I'm 24-15, so still at the top. But Harry, man, coming back 5-0 last week. Yo, Kareem, me and you, we went 2-3 last week.
Damn.
Yeah. But we got some good upcoming games. I'm going to jump into NCAA first. So let's get into college. We just had the college football rankings drop. I know you guys saw that Ohio State was at number 1. Kind of shocking. Number 2 was Georgia. Michigan at number 3. And, of course, yours truly, the Seminoles at number 4. But with that being said, the games I chose this week aren't relative to any of those teams besides maybe one. But with that being said, I got LSU at Alabama. Who you boys rocking with?
For me, I'm gonna go Alabama, man. LSU hasn't looked that good this year. In my opinion, they're just not the same LSU that we're used to seeing. So Alabama for me.
Yeah, I don't have really much to add to that. I'm taking Alabama as well. LSU is they're not up to par with the usual LSU teams. So I'm taking Alabama. You can't really go wrong with them. Just trying to keep going with this 5-0, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think I really like LSU this year. Jaden Daniels been playing lights out. Been playing great with Neighbors over there receiving. They have a high-powered offense. Defense is such as fuck, though. I think I'm going to have to rock with Alabama. They're catching stride with Melrose at QB. I agree, y'all, boys. I'm going to rock with Alabama on this one. I didn't choose them against Tennessee. I think I'm going to learn my lesson. We got the number 2 team playing at home this week against the number 12 team, Missouri. So we got Missouri, Georgia. Who you boys rocking with?
Really? Come on, man. Georgia. I don't think there's any much more I need to say.
I still don't think I think that they're gonna win by at least 10 to 12 points, in my opinion.
Georgia's bored, man. Like they're just going through the motions right now.
Tell me who they played.
Who has FSU played? But we're not going to get into that.
Who has FSU played? Enough to make it to number 4 and convince the jury out there that we're worth contending.
Because you guys are undefeated. That's the only reason. That doesn't mean you played anybody, dude.
I don't know. We played the number 14 team in the nation that's still currently ranked 14 at LSU. So,
again,
I'm rocking with. So you guys both rocking with Georgia? I think this is the week that they lose. I think they're going to go down to Missouri. They're going to play a contender. SEC team in their conference. I think it's going to be a good one. I'm rocking with Missouri on this one.
Damn, Nate about to go 0-2 right off the bat.
Yo, for real? What?
What do you mean? I agreed with Alabama.
Oh, that's right. He did. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Y'all ain't paying attention.
So far, 1-1.
Nah, I really do. I like Missouri. I don't know. I think that they make the upset.
You're true.
Georgia really hasn't looked good since they lost Stetson Bennett, and Brock Bowers, who's their best tight end, hasn't been playing. So I really don't think that they are going to have a good game, honestly. So
that defense is still like that, Nate. That defense is probably the best in the country. So, yeah.
I'm sorry, man. Who have they played?
Again, it doesn't matter, Nate. Like you always like to say, it doesn't matter because they're proven. They won 2 straight national championships. What more do you want, dude?
But this is a different team, though. It's not the same team over and over like in the NFL. They lost their key quarterback.
It's the same system.
It's like any injury that happens in the NFL, bro. If they go down, it's the next man up. But sometimes that next man up ain't good. And that's the case that I'm seeing in Georgia. They don't really have a high-powered offense like they had. They haven't had their tight end. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, your defense is going to win you games, but just like the Jets, bro, they don't win you every single game. You have to have that offense. I don't see it this week. I think Missouri has a great defense. They've been playing great on offense. I think they can. I really do think they can pull off the upset.
And I really do think you're about to catch that L, bro.
Right. I mean, we'll see. I'm the leader for a reason, boys.
Roughly 85% on that L chart for that one.
We'll find out.
Every dog has his day, Nate. I'm whatever,
right.
dude.
Maybe it's my day. Who knows? But that's what I'm rocking with.
We'll keep an eye on that.
And all I'm saying is, if that pick holds true and they win, I'm gonna do a lot of shit talking next segment since y'all downplaying the fuck out of Missouri right now.
Hey, next episode, Nate in a grade out segment. Missouri.
Hey, listen, whether Nate is right or wrong, he's gonna find some shit to talk shit about. So I ain't worried about that.
I gave y'all respect when you guys picked Alabama over Penn State or over Tennessee, and when you guys picked Georgia over Penn State, or who was it?
Ohio State over Penn State. But those were easy picks.
When I'm wrong.
But Nate, those weren't bold picks where you were looking at us like, what, you crazy? We picked the favorite. I mean,
you picked the favorite. Okay, I didn't look at you crazy. I said you could see an underdog coming out and winning. That's all I'm saying. Tennessee beat them last year. It could happen again. That's all I was going with. I didn't say that you guys are crazy for going with these picks.
Georgia hasn't lost a game. If I'm not mistaken, they ain't lost a game in a long time, bro. I'm talking about we're going back a season ago, like before last season even.
Who?
Georgia. I'm pretty sure they went undefeated last year.
Oh, okay. All right, Kareem.
I'm just saying.
It's a rotation, though, bro. It's not the same team. You're kind of correlating to an NFL team where you come back and you have the same exact team if you didn't lose anybody in the offseason. You lost your major quarterback that won you those 2 championships. I don't know if you remember that.
You know, recruiting classes.
Nobody over there quarterback.
You know, recruiting classes matter.
What's that?
You know, the recruiting rankings matter, right? And you know, Georgia has like some of the most top 5
quarterback. Okay, look at their quarterback.
Okay, Georgia is still the same system and the same head coach. Meaning, I'm not worried about Georgia, bro. Ain't nobody worried about Georgia. Georgia's gonna win out.
Right, but so they got bumped down. They got bumped down to number 2 because they haven't played anybody.
That's fine. Again, for me, I think they're going through the motions. They're playing in cruise control because they're bored.
Okay,
they won 2 straight games.
We'll find out because they looked a little sketchy against Florida in the beginning. They really did. So we'll find out. Florida's been trash. So to struggle with them early, you can't struggle against the number 12 team like that. Is all I'm saying. Be on the lookout for an upset. That's all I'm saying.
You got to think Georgia, Florida. That's a rivalry, dude. Come on, man. Like, come on,
Georgia, Florida's a rivalry.
Bro, yes. There's a reason why they call it, you know, the Florida Georgia.
That is not a rivalry, bro. That is not a rivalry.
All right, Nate. It's not. All right, it's not Michigan, Ohio State, obviously, but it's still a rivalry.
Florida State, it's not Miami, it's not UF. Florida State is none of those, dude. That's just a mutual site game, just like LSU Florida State was this year. You're gonna call us a rivalry because we had 2 great back-to-back years where we played great games. You
guys are not even in the same conference. How do you compare both?
Come on, Kareem, a rivalry.
All right, bro. We'll move on. I can't wait for next week. Your grade out segment picking.
Yeah, that's fine. Because you're the king of the grade out segments right now.
Nah, chill.
I don't know. Same culture, same result, baby.
What's that?
That boy Kareem said same culture, same result. He's like, forget next man.
Great.
They haven't shown anything for me to be concerned or worried about them, dude. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to this weekend now. That's the game I'm going to watch now. I wasn't going to watch it, but now I'm going to watch it.
You should. Made it interesting for you.
And then I'm going to send you a text with the eye emoji, like.
That's fine. It's all good.
All right.
I can take that. Just like how we did with you and Duke with last week when we were like Louisville's out here.
I know. That was a big L on my part. That's crazy.
That was like easy money.
That was easy. Wild. Yeah, that was crazy. All right, what's up?
We got a good episode today, so let's finish up with these pick'ems. I got a shift to the NFL first game. Dolphins versus Chiefs. Who you boys rocking with?
Oh man, this is really tough, man, because everything in me wants to say Dolphins, and as a Dolphins fan, they haven't shown me that they could beat good teams, man. So I love my Dolphins. I hope they win, but the Chiefs are coming off a L. Everything is moving towards the Chiefs winning this game, bro. So if I'm a betting man, I'm putting my money on the Chiefs, unfortunately. So I'm going to say the Chiefs for the sake of this argument for my record. So I'm going to say the Chiefs because the Dolphins haven't shown me anything. I hope they prove me wrong. Please prove me wrong, but they haven't shown me shit. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs, bro.
They haven't showed me shit, but I'm going with the boys. The boys.
The delusion is crazy.
Gang. Let's get it. We're going to get our first dub.
Our first meaningful dub, you mean?
You know what I mean? You know, unless Leslie's boys comes to ref, you know what I'm saying, then we're done. You know what I'm saying? That's
we'll determine that within the first quarter. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that for sure.
I'm giving up in the first 2 minutes.
Hey, keep an eye on the refs. I'm telling y'all right now, keep an eye on the refs, man. They're notorious.
What do you think? Half those people that live in Kansas City, that's what they wear for Halloween. The refs, they wore the checkered shirt.
Their favorite character,
everything, bro.
Yeah, I know. All right, who you got, Nate?
I'm rocking with the Chiefs, just like you, Kareem. I mean, Dolphins haven't won against anybody meaningful, like you said, and they definitely haven't won at somebody else's home. And to play at Arrowhead, I don't really see
them. They're playing in Germany.
Oh, they are playing in Germany. That's right. I'm still rocking with the Chiefs.
Neutral site, but yeah, it doesn't make a difference in my opinion.
I still think that'll be a Chiefs home game. I feel like so many people, especially in Germany, are Patty Mahomes fans. I feel like that might be a home game. For the
don't sleep on the Dolphins fan base. They have a big fan base overseas, so don't sleep on that.
Well, they need a bigger fan base in the States because.
Yeah. we sell out our games. We sell out our games.
Sell out your games, you said?
Yes, we sell out our games. Yes, we do.
I'll have to fact check.
We're not talking about the Hurricanes, Nate. We're talking about the Dolphins.
I'll have to fact check this one, Chief. I don't know. But we'll move on to the next game in the meantime while I look this up.
No doubt.
We got the Monday night game. Chargers at Jets. Who you boys rocking with?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to go Chargers, man. I just think the Jets – the Jets barely won against the booty Giants last week by luck, really, because the Giants don't know how to ball and their coach doesn't know how to coach and how to basically take a knee or, just drain the clock. So, you guys, I'm going to go with the Chargers. The Chargers' offense is like that. Their defense is sus, but they're getting better. So, I'm going to go Chargers, man.
All right, I looked it up. You were right. You sold out last game.
But yeah, I'm taking the Chargers as well. I mean, I just think that the Jets defense they're only able to do so much. At the end of the day, like Kareem says, the Chargers defense, they're not that good, but I mean the Jets offense really isn't good, so it doesn't matter how good it is on the other side. So I just don't think the defense is going to get enough stops. I think they stay in the game early, but they take an L because they're not going to be able to score enough. Question. You said we play in Germany. Is that an early game?
Yeah, 7:30. Well, 9:30 your time. Yeah, 9:30 your time.
And we had a 9:30 a.m. game this week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on Sunday.
Bro, I gotta wake up at 7:30 to watch it, bro.
Well, get your ass up. You be in bed too late, anyways.
You're right. My weekends are my weekend. I like sleep, dog.
My pick is everything is leaning towards the Jets for me, man. At home, we beat both the Eagles and the Bills in big moments. I really want to pick the Jets. I don't know. I got a gut feeling, but I'm going to rock with the Chargers, bro.
What?
I just have a gut feeling the Jets. I just don't have faith in Zach, bro. I just don't. I don't have faith in him. We almost lost to the fucking Giants, dude.
Exactly. So why you got confidence in your offense all of a sudden?
I don't got confidence. I just said I don't have any confidence in Zach Wilson. I just said
but you picked the Jets to win the game.
I picked the Jets. I said everything's leaning towards the Jets. They haven't lost at home to a team that's had a winning record, i.e. the Bills or the Eagles.
You guys lost to the Chiefs at home.
I mean, did we?
You guys lost to the refs at home. My bad.
Thank you for that correction. Thank you for that correction, because that could have easily been a different game. Because I mean, if you look up statistically, Zach Wilson is probably the clutchest quarterback in fourth quarter right now. He has led us down to 3 game-winning drives. So,
Yo, this guy, I swear this guy just makes shit up as he goes, bro.
No, look it up. I actually read it this morning.
I don't care. I don't. Hey,
it's sad. It's real sad that
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Zach Wilson in fourth quarter points. I know, it's crazy. Fourth quarter
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I can't believe this man just said clutch and
look it up.
Just look it up, bro.
Look it up. Y'all boys going off of feelings. I'm going off of facts, bro. If y'all look it up, you'll see it. Look it up right now. Go ahead. Before you go ahead and start talking about feelings, look it up. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
All right, I'm gonna hear you out, but if it's feelings not factual, I'm gonna have to correct you.
Nate, I'm gonna tell you right now. We don't care.
We
don't care. Please stop with the nonsense, bro.
No, I know. Trust me. I'm with you.
Zach Wilson is
bro, but you're making it seem like I'm choosing the Jets off of Zach Wilson. I just literally told you that I don't believe in Zach Wilson and I'm not choosing the Jets. I chose the Chargers. So I don't know what you're. I'm just letting you know a statistic that I found out this morning. That's all I'm telling you.
It's better to not repeat these kind of things, Nate.
Well, why? I mean, it's a true stat, though. I mean, I don't understand what the problem is.
Bro, I'm done. I'm done, bro. I can't even argue. Hey, Harry, don't forget Zach Wilson's clutch, all right?
Statistically, Zach Wilson leads the league in fourth quarter comebacks this year with 3. Go ahead and look it up. Thank you. Anyway, boys, go to the last game because you guys obviously love to talk about feelings. Let's talk about facts. We got Cowboys versus Eagles at Eagles. Who you boys rocking?
Wait, that's not the Sunday night game?
I don't know what game that is. I think it's probably the Sunday night game.
No, I don't think it is. Ooh. Yeah, I think it's an afternoon. It's like a 4 p.m. game. But damn. Ooh, that's a good one. That's tough. It's at Eagles, right? It's at Philadelphia?
What's that?
It's at Philadelphia.
No, it's at Eagles. Yep.
At Philadelphia? Oh yeah. I'm gonna go Eagles, man. Eagles, they look good, dude. I think Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown have found that connection. AJ Brown is giving Tyreek Hill a run for his money for best receiver in the league. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go Eagles. My Cowboys, they're gonna bring him back down to earth. So Eagles for me.
I'm taking the Eagles as well. At least 2 interceptions loading from Dak. So we'll see that, you know what I'm saying? Just a matter of when it's going to happen, but it'll be in a crucial moment of the game. Because obviously, I mean, both those teams have good teams. That Dallas defense is stout. So, I mean, I'm sure they'll stay in the game for as long as they can keep them in the game. But Dak won't be the reason they win if they do win.
Agreed. I agree. It's going to come down to the defense if the Cowboys do win. And for God's sake, please stop with the tush push, bro. Golly.
I don't know why that's a big deal.
That shit number 1, baby.
I don't understand why that's a big deal.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I'm not saying to ban it. I just wish a team would actually stop it. I'm just kind of. I mean, it works, bro. It works, and good for them. And did you see last week they actually faked it? These dudes are so like they're so bought into that damn play that the defenses literally freak out. All they do is get on the line and they forget that there's other players that can do other things. And it's an easy touchdown. Like, that's wild, bro.
Yeah, I can't knock them for that touch push shit. I can't
either, bro.
It's not their problem that you can't stop it. Like, I would do it every single time myself. And to ban something because a team is too good at doing that, that's some soft ass shit, bro.
No. I never said to ban it. I'm saying please stop it. Like, somebody stop it, bro.
Oh no. No, I didn't say you were. You did say that. I'm just saying.
I thought you were saying
a lot of people are calling for that, and that's wild to me.
No. Don't ban it because that's lame. Like, you're banning it because the team's good at it. Like,
yeah.
What are you gonna do? Ban the Dolphins from playing offense because we're good at it?
Yeah.
Like, no.
But are we good at it? That's the question.
We'll find out this weekend. Stay tuned.
I thought you said we found out last weekend.
The Dolphins?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I said this weekend. They actually play a real team. We're not playing JV football. We're actually playing the big boys.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. We didn't play the Eagles.
And not only that, we're playing the Chiefs with a sorry wide receiver core. So if we can't beat them with a sorry receiver core, Bruh, come on, man.
Them boys are booty.
They're cheeks, bro. Travis Kelce's their only receiver. Stop Kelce. Just stop Kelce, and then everybody else is just gonna drop the ball.
Yeah, too bad nobody can stop Kelsey.
Which I don't get it, bro. I really don't understand. But you know what? We're gonna have a conversation about that another day. But I know we need to move on, Nate. So go ahead.
That's the last game I had.
Okay, you who's your pick? Who's your pick?
I'm rocking with the Eagles.
Eagles? Okay. All right, all three of us? Bet. All right. Good stuff, man. So we'll see what happens next week. We'll see what the record look like.
Beautiful. I mean, so now that we got that out of the way, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I got the next two segments, so they're pretty good ones, pretty juicy ones. So we can get right into it. The first one is: are men superior to women?
So before you go, Nate, I just want to tell the audience that we wanted to bring in the female perspective again this week. So this week we have a special guest. We have the lovely Leslie. Welcome to the pod, Les. Just introduce yourself a little bit, tell people a little bit about you. And we'll go.
I'm Leslie. I am 26 years old. Just kidding. I'm 36. I'm originally from Venezuela, grew up South Florida, now living in Missouri. I've got 2 kids and been married for almost 14 years. And yeah, I mean, I've been there, done it all almost. And
you got that life experience.
Just a little bit.
Talk. Yeah, she can kind of talk and all. So that's kind of why we brought her on. She can give us the perspective on a lot of things. So not to take away too much, Harry. I know this is your thing, so you go ahead and take it, man.
No, I mean, yeah, I already asked the question. I'm just waiting on Nate's response. So, do you think men are superior to women, my man?
I'm gonna go ahead and say nobody's superior to anybody, gender or anything like that. So keep it short and simple. There's man and there's woman for a reason. That's all I got.
That's all you got.
All I got on this tape.
Jesus, if we're not going to give actual in-depth answers, why even put this topic on there?
Nate likes to keep it short and sweet, bro. My man, he's to a point.
Yeah, I feed off of y'all boys.
Jesus.
We'll come back to Nate. We'll come back to Nate. I think he's just kind of getting warmed up, man. For me, my answer, man, I'm gonna say no. I don't think men are superior than women. In the sense that I think we all have our roles in life. Now, do men typically provide more in a relationship? Yeah, most of the time in general, that happens. But I wouldn't say that makes a man superior. We have more responsibilities. We carry a little bit more weight. But that's kind of like what we're here for, what we're put on this planet for, right? To kind of protect and kind of oversee our household. So no, I mean, I don't think we're superior. Like I said, I think women bring a lot to the table. And now, if you find the right woman, she's going to bring a lot to the table. Like, I'm not saying find these little TikTok hoes of 2023 because they didn't bring shit to the table. But if you find a good girl who was raised correctly, and who actually values a relationship and values her family and her husband, then women obviously can bring a lot to the table. But as far as men being superior than women, no, I'm agree with Nate on that one. We're not superior. I think we're still both human beings, and we both have our roles to play in life.
Okay, so you kind of touched on it more of an aspect of in a relationship. So is that the question that in which we're asking the context, because I meant it more in general, whereas not only relationships, I mean like in the world, like what men provide, what women provide. So I mean, I'm just trying to get the context as to.
Well, we can
because if we're just talking about relationship wise, then my whole take changes.
No, well, okay, so all right, so let's do this. I can answer for both. So I can say that in relationships, no, we're not superior. but also outside of relationships, just by ourselves, I still don't think men are superior. Yeah, we do kind of work the labor jobs. We do have a lot more responsibility. We have to build our wealth compared to women. They kind of have it a little bit easier. That still doesn't make us superior, in my opinion.
Wait, how do women have it easier?
Oh my!
In what sense?
What?
Easy mode.
Leslie, come on. A man has to literally work his entire life to get his wealth. A woman can just marry into basically get into a relationship and be wealthy because of her man. 9 times out of 10, a man's not just gonna get married to a wealthy girl that has money, that has privilege. That's never gonna happen. If that does happen,
That's happened. But I'm just saying. No, you're saying that only men. You're saying that only men. You're saying only men have worked hard from all their lives. Women have done the same thing. We've had different labor, maybe, but we've all worked hard throughout our lives. You can't downplay what women have done as well.
Okay, you guys can work harder all you want. All I'm saying is it's a lot harder for us. You guys have female privilege, like that exists.
Yeah, and not only that, for most men to get to get where they need to be, like the things that are done to build that wealth are mandatory for men, whereas for women, a lot of it is like they don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They just choose to. We have to do it regardless, whether we want to or not. Whereas women, it's usually like a choice, honestly, compared to us. Anyways.
No, and going back to the workplace, so I've lost management jobs because I'm a female, and I know that's what happened. All the men were able to move up, and then because I'm a female, they're like, "You look so cute, just stay in your position. We'll promote you next year. Oh, next year. While men kept getting moved up. So yeah, it's not because you're a female, you don't easily. I don't know. It's.
So you think in 2023, women are still being oppressed in the job field?
That I can't speak of because when I was working, it was 3 years ago. So I don't know. I can't speak for now. I don't know if I'm sure it's changed a bit just because people have been more outspoken now, and employers have been a little more delicate with females now.
Okay. No,
do you really? Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Kareem.
No, I was gonna say, do you really think there's a wage gap there between men and women?
Wage gap? When I was working, yes.
Essentially, what you're saying is that men are getting paid more for the same job.
Yes.
That is false.
They're getting paid more.
That is for the same job?
No, she was talking about a promotion, bro. She said
no. I'm talking when I said there's a wage gap, Leslie, is let's say we both get hired for the same position. We're doing the same job. What you're saying is I'm getting paid more because I'm a man?
No, well, it depends on if you have more experience.
Okay.
If you've been working in the field longer with another company and you're coming in, and then sometimes, in my experience, I will say the man got paid more, and we had the same position, and I know that for a fact. We had the same position, and he got paid more for being a man.
And honestly, Kareem, I do believe that she's touching from a standpoint to where she's talking about 4 years ago, not exactly right now. So
I still think 4 years ago
a difference there, because in 2023 that's not the case.
I don't even think it was. I don't even think it was the case in 2019.
I'm not sure, but it could have been the case. All I'm saying that is in 2023, women are dominating college, and yet, so by definition, they have more choice when it comes to employment. But where the problem comes from is that most women, they end up majoring in bullshit ass majors, art, theater, dance, photography. When it comes to the hard jobs, women typically don't want to be in those positions because they're stressful situations. And when it comes down to those type of things, Men are superior, in my opinion.
Yo, that's where I was gonna go, Harry. I want you to answer the question. So your answer is, you think men are superior?
In most things, when it comes to making the world go round, absolutely, yes. Men create resources, women exhaust them. Yes.
That's oh, that's a that's a he makes, honestly, he makes a valid point. He does make a valid point because in all reality, everything that we have at our disposal, to live our daily life, like where does it come from? It comes from a man. I mean, if you really want to get down to it, and
who pushes a man? Who teams up with a man? The female helps him, lifts him. Man can't do everything on his own. You know that. No, don't even. You can't do everything on. You got to.
I don't know about all of that. I've been single for a minute, and I've been doing a lot of things on.
And how are you doing?
I don't feel like I need a woman to make me, better. But
it's not even a woman. You've got your mom, sister.
I can see the benefits of it, but if your sole reasoning is, you need a woman because she makes you better, and she pushes you and she gets you up every morning to go do those labor-intensive jobs, and I would have to strongly disagree.
Yeah, I disagree. I disagree on that as well. Because there are plenty of single men out there that are waking up every single day, busting their ass, making their money, building their wealth, to be able to attract women. Because a lot of dudes are not fortunate enough to just look like models and to have a basic ass job and be broke and be able to get girls. A lot of dudes are very average men, and the average man is 5'8", 30 to 45K a year. And they're not having sex, and they're not getting girls. So a lot of these guys have to, like Nate said, they have to wake up in the morning with no girl, and they have to grind, and they have to get to that to higher status in our society to be able to find a mate, to be able to find a girl. Because a lot of girls,
I'm not saying like you need a female to, help your life. I don't know, not to make your life better. I'm just saying everybody has their own role. So I mean, in a world full of men, it's not going to function. You need a female to balance everything out.
Right. So pretty much what Leslie is saying, we need women to propagate society, is what she's saying.
Well,
pretty much, because you can't do that without a female, and that's literally what they're there for, in my opinion. Because like, I mean, other than that, and this is gonna sound bad, but because like you guys are all saying, there's a bunch of single men that wake up on a daily basis and do what they got to do, build their wealth, and they don't need a woman. I mean, like, what exactly would we need a woman for if they weren't able to reproduce? Honestly, like, what would men need women for if they weren't able to reproduce?
That's good. I mean, you do make a pretty good point, Harry. And then we can really get into the weeds of that. But I'm gonna agree with you on that one to a certain extent. Because a lot what we're initially or ultimately what are human beings put on Earth for? We're just meant to reproduce, right? Just create, put down our seed and keep going and keep our species alive, right? But yeah, like you said, but I feel like humans were in a whole different level, because now we're talking about like animal kingdom type of things. But we're humans, we're a lot more intellectual. We're obviously the intelligent species. So I feel like now women now have more use to us other than just kind of reproducing. But yeah, if you want to get down to like the Stone Age, part of it, then initially, it was just that was just it. It's just we're using women to reproduce. They were staying at home with the kids, raise the kids while we were doing everything else, right?
Right, and the thing is like the way I say it, it kind of downplays when I say like reproduce, when in reality that's one of the biggest things necessary like in this world. So it's like we say reproduce like it's just this singular thing, but in reality it's a big part, you know what I'm saying? So I think when we say it in the context that we do say it, women kind of see it in a certain light, because they oh wow, kind of like we don't hold our weight, but in reality, like, reproducing is freaking huge. You know what I'm saying? Like that makes the world go around, and that's just a big portion of society, period. So it's not going to go away, and that's we need a lot of that. And so that's kind of my take on that. So I don't know if you guys have any kind of closing points, or if Leslie, if you have anything else to say in terms of that whole topic.
No.
I
am checked out on that topic.
She clearly disagrees with you on that one, Harry.
Of course.
She's in no way are men superior than women, but I think
no one is superior to anybody. I agree with you, like you said earlier. Everybody has their own role, and that's the most.
Yeah, everybody has value. I think we all have our value that we bring. Again, I'm gonna go back to like the relationship part of it, Harry. When two people get together in a relationship, man, like everybody brings something to the table, right? I mean, there are some lopsided relationships where just somebody just kind of riding the coats of the other person, whether that's a man or a woman. And to me, that's just not a healthy relationship. That's not that's not going to last very long. It's not sustainable. But if you get into a good relationship where you do find a girl that's going to bring things to the table and bring value and obviously give you kids, which ultimately that's what you want. You want to reproduce, like you said, then perfect. But yeah, I mean, we can go on, man. It could take us hours, but I'm gonna let you go, Harry.
Beautiful. I mean, so that kind of segues us into the next segment here. I'm sure this is a big one for 99% of men. So should men care if their significant other goes out wearing provocative clothing?
For me, man, I'm gonna say yes, absolutely, because ultimately your girl, your spouse, your significant other, whatever you want to call her, she's a reflection of you at the end of the day. So when she steps out that house, everybody knows, oh yeah, yo, for her, like that's Harry's girl, that's Nate's girl, that's Cream's girl. Like, yo, why she dressed like that? Doesn't she have a man? Like, does she not respect him enough to wear some conservative clothing or something like that's not putting her out there, basically advertising herself to other men? So yeah, men should care. And if you don't care, then you're gonna have a problem in your hands, man, because you're basically telling your girl, like, I don't care what you do, like this is a free for all. We basically have an open relationship. You can go out and do whatever the hell you want, and that's not flying for me. I consider myself an alpha male. I mean, please don't take this the wrong way. I'm not saying that as in like I'm arrogant or anything like that, but I care about my girl. I care what she wears. I care like who's talking to her, what kind of dudes are talking to her. Because I mean, let's be real, guys. That all men have like intentions that even as men we know what the hell is going on. So yeah, so if you're putting yourself out there in Front Street, and you're wearing some provocative clothing, you're sending a message out to the world that you're basically available, and that's not flying with me.
Well said, Nate.
Yeah,
hopefully I get a little more from Nate this time.
I mean, no, I think that's about it. I mean, that's a good take. I completely agree. I mean, y'all know how I stand on that. I don't really.
What?
I need you to elaborate a bit, bro. Give the people what they want.
What do you mean? I've had some very controversial takes these last couple of fucking takes. I'm trying to cool it down.
He's treading lightly right now.
Yeah, treading very lightly.
No,
yeah,
I mean,
I'm 100% on board with that. I don't want my girl going out because then that creates attention, and that's the wrong attention. You don't need that kind of attention. You know what I'm saying? Like that just brings problem because dudes are gonna come up to talk to you, and then but I'm just gonna tell them no, I have a boyfriend. Like, why do you even put yourself in that situation though? Like you don't need to put yourself in that situation to have to say no. Like, what attention do you need to go out if you already got a man? That should be the only attention especially if you got kids. Like, that should be the only attention you want. You shouldn't want to go out and get attention from other dudes or go out there dressed. Oh, well, it's just for me. It's my body. I want to show. Like, come on, bro. Why
the oldest excuse in the book. I'm doing it for myself. I'm doing it for myself. Come on, bro. Cut it out.
What does that mean? What do you get from that? That's what I want to know. Like, what satisfaction are you gaining from showing off your body? Like, what does that prove to you, like, as the woman that you want to show off? I mean, Leslie, maybe you can speak on that, but to me, it doesn't make any sense. Like, and no, I don't want.
I could see like if she's insecure, doesn't get attention on a daily basis.
Her man needs to make her feel secure.
Yeah, for sure. My intake on this is I might be old school, but my question is, why is she even dressing up that way if she's married or got a boyfriend. What's behind all that? So,
Right.
I mean, I personally, I wouldn't like once, you know, I don't want to say locked down. Once I got was engaged and all, I was like, there's no need for me to even dress up like, you know, with the short,
Right.
you know, skirts or there's no reason for me because the only person I need, you know, the only attention I need is from Justin. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't need anybody else's attention. So why do I even need to show things off? So the reason, you know, I see it as an insecurity thing.
Yeah,
Or she's not getting enough attention from her man.
Yeah, and to kind of add to what both of you guys said, like Nate said, what are you doing out? Period. If you're like in a relationship with like that, and like when you're in a relationship and you're dressed like that and you're going out with all your friends and whatnot, I can care less if you curve every single guy that comes up to you, because in my eyes, perception is reality. So you're already there. You already told me everything I need to know about you. So my thing is that my girl wouldn't be there anyways. I mean, Sam is pretty conservative as it is. She doesn't even like wearing stuff that even remotely shows her stomach. So I mean, God bless her. God bless her heart. I love that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because there's a fine line between like dressing classy and dressing like a slut. Like, what happened to leaving something for the imagination? Like, do you understand all the work that we had to put in to even like get like an ass pic when we were in like high school? Like, I mean, now you just go on social media and it's everywhere. Like it's nuts. Like, and then every girl is selling it for $3.99, which is insane. Come on.
And it's crazy because a lot of these girls that you're talking about here are in committed relationships. Like,
and the thing is like they're in that relationship, and not only do they not respect their man, but they shouldn't respect their man, because the fact that they're out there in the first place and their man is not doing anything about that just tells me everything that I need to know about them. They're losers, bro, bums, and
I will say this
by these women, because they are not it. They're not putting their foot down, and so they deserve that treatment. Honestly,
I will say I have met guys that for some crazy reason they like it when their girls are provocative, like they're dressed up provocative, and then that they get attention from other men because at the end of the night they're going home with him, and it's like this weird, I don't know, masculine thing.
No, that sounds like a dude that sounds like and that needs validation that his girl's fine, and so he's trying to make sure that other dudes are looking at her. Hey man, I don't need to know that other dudes want my girl.
I don't get it.
Hey, that's my girl. As long as I want her, that's all that matters. But I guess some dudes are weird like that. I'm good.
That's like a fetish. That's like a fetish. They like to watch shit like that. It's weird.
Yeah.
That's mad weird. Not for me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole thing like about the woman going out in the relationship thing, like I think that if you're in a relationship and you're that girl that, you know, respects her man and all that, like you're not going to risk going out and losing your man especially because you know he's the guy and you know that he gives you everything and whatnot. You're not going to risk going out and losing that man over a bunch of weirdos that, you know, you're gonna meet that night. Like that just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they want to stay with the guy that they're with. But what I can say is that in a lot of situations today is that men they don't like to tell their women these things. They don't like to tell them, listen, like, I don't like the way you're dressing. You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to look weak, right? Is that
and the thing is like
insecure. They're called insecure, basically.
The social norms, like for men to put boundaries on their woman, it's considered like sexist, like misogyny, like insecure. All these things. So like instead of actually like being truthful, coming forward and letting them know, listen, like I don't like you dressing that way, they don't say a thing. And you want to know what you want to know what happens is they don't say a thing. They take the L, but they're on the side talking to other women because the one at home is not doing what they need to do. So
he's not putting his foot down, bro. Like
exactly.
I mean, do y'all remember like I believe sometime last year, Jonah Hill, his ex-girlfriend basically came out and like put their text messages on blast because basically he was asking her for boundaries. Like he was like, hey, I don't want you hanging out with this random surfer dude that you just met, and like basically like come on, man, like you're my girl. Like I'm not okay with that. And she took it as he's insecure or he's a misogynist. All kinds of names, putting him on blast, and everybody's reading these texts, and we're like,
she belongs to the streets.
All he said was, I'm not okay with you hanging out with another male, like by yourself. Like, in what world is that ever okay for me to let my girl go hang out with another dude? Come on now. So I mean,
that's what it comes down to is like, yeah, like I know a bunch of men that like they go out and they love seeing these women dressed like that, right? But when they see these women, they see these women as just fun. They're not taking these girls home and having their moms meet these women. They're in the sex category only. Like, so like just some advice for the women out there. Like, you might think you're getting the right attention from the men when you go out, but trust me, they're not seeing you as a wifey. They're seeing you for what you are, which is a 304 when you're dressed like that. So I mean, that's all you are to me. You're like you're
what did that one guy say? He said, if sex is all you have to offer, then sex is all I want.
Exactly.
yeah.
And that's and it sucks because like the difference between like obviously the two girls that we have on the pod so far is that they're actual like really good women. When I say my takes, it's talking about you know, the majority of the women out there that have nothing to offer. So like Leslie, like whenever I say my takes, I don't want you to take it a certain way because you are a woman that leads by example, obviously, and you are a good woman. So I'm just talking about for the general population of women that are available today in society.
I think you're also talking about women from your past experiences, and you might think they're all like that. Because not all single women are like that. I mean, and it could depend on the region too, that some women from South Florida are way different than women here in Missouri, single women in Missouri. So
Idaho.
I mean, Idaho.
My man loves Idaho. Nate, when are you going to Idaho?
I'm telling you, you find your real woman out there.
Yo.
Find you a corn-fed woman out there. She out there on the farm, boy.
Making that fresh bread.
They're okay with that.
There you go. Nice. They get you me wearing nice Amish, wearing long dresses.
I'm finding my girl at Barnes and Noble. That's what my girl is.
But to what Harry was saying, earlier, to those kind of women, Harry, is what you call recreational use only.
She belongs to the streets.
Honestly,
you're making women sound like an object, though, when you say stuff like that. That's ridiculous.
Women, listen. Perception is reality, right? Women that put themselves out there like that, as men, we're going to see as recreational. I'm not going to take you home like Harry said. I'm not going to take you seriously because you show me who you are. I'm not going to take a hoe and turn her into a housewife. It's not going to happen. All right? Again, there's a reason why.
Yeah, but the way she dresses does not always mean she's a hoe. It could be a
tells you a lot
style.
about the person. It tells you a lot.
Is everything.
Not that I agree with the way they dress or the tiny clothing. I don't agree, but doesn't mean she's a hoe.
I'm sorry, Leslie. If your ass is out and your titties are out, that automatically removes you from the category of wifey. Like your ass went left. You went to the recreational use category immediately, and you're not going to change my mind because that's going to be embedded in my mind like forever. And just because all of a sudden now I meet you the next day and all of a sudden you're put together and you're conservative, I'm like, nah, hell no, I don't trust you. I see what you did the first time. Hey, they always say, believe someone. How's it go? Believe someone like the first time or something like that.
Yeah,
some creation like that. So it's like the first impressions matter. So and that's true. That's true for a lot of men. As men, when you meet your wife and when you meet your girl, whatever like that first time is gonna matter. You're not gonna be like, yeah, I met my girl at the strip club. She was actually one of the strippers. Yeah, like bro. I mean, there's some simps out there that will probably wife up a stripper. Don't be surprised by that. But a normal man. Majority of men that have value and have status and that have something to offer, they're not going to pick up a stripper and they're not going to pick up a girl from the bar that has her ass and titties out. It's just not going to happen. Again,
I guess I could see that too. Like, it's not like super, like, kind of similar. Like, if we see a sloppy guy at the bar, you know, the wrong
you're not
clothing.
gonna go up to that guy and be like, "Oh my, he must be a great guy. Let me go talk to him." Like,
he must be really charming.
If he doesn't look the part, you're not even gonna bother approaching that man. And if he approaches you, you're gonna kick him to the curb. And that's straight facts. Because let's be real, women judge by men's appearance. Like that's all that really matters.
And men do the same thing with women. So
but when we do it, it's a problem. When y'all do it, it's not. That's where the problem lies.
The thing about I think men look more for appearance, whereas women they look for a lot more. In men, I mean, typically you could get away with the appearance if you have other stuff to offer. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like, you know, money, being charming, like stuff like that. So I think appearance is still like, obviously it matters, but it's not so high on the totem pole for them. It's kind of like the bigger picture, what else you have to offer.
Yeah, but see, as a man, to even break through that first wall, Harry, because if you're average looking or below average, try to break through that first wall to even have that conversation with a girl, to even let her know, oh, by the way, I'm a millionaire. I'm ugly as hell, but I got money and I have this, and that. So good luck trying to break through that first wall.
You're right. That's a good point.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's ultimate. But let's see. I'm gonna close it with this. I think for women, and for all women out there, man, it's all about how you present yourself and how you market yourself. Because if you're in the dating marketplace, that's basically what it is. Is the first thing a man's gonna look for if a man's looking for a serious relationship, they're looking for, okay, like let me go through your socials. What's in her socials? What kind of pictures is she putting out there? Like we look for things like that. And there are a lot of indicators out there that we're just going to be like, nah, like this ain't it. Move on to the next.
And it's not just that. It's like men, but also workplace, you know, friends. They don't want to associate with you if you're dressed or acting a certain way. So it's like it's a whole, I don't know.
100%. We don't want to be associated with that because, again, if we have a job or if our family or anybody that's going to be like, oh, that's his girl. Nah, we can't associate it with him now. So,
and you got to watch the way you dress at work too.
So I'm gonna cap you guys out there because we at the 55-minute mark. We still got to touch on one more topic here. So, Kareem, you have the last one, so that's on you, brother.
Yes, sir. So I know, boys, we were talking last week. We were talking about like finances or whatever like that. We are talking about buying houses, and the conversation came up. It's like, yo, would you put your girl or your spouse, your significant other, on the title of a home? Like we're talking about major purchases, right? Like, so we're going to use a home as an example because that's one of the biggest purchases you can make in your life. So the question is, should your significant other be automatically included on the title when purchasing property? So I'm curious to hear you guys' take on this one.
I was just going to say, if you both agree to it, if you're in a committed relationship and you're, I mean, married or you're committed, I mean, why not? If you trust that person you're signing with, then I don't see a problem. I mean,
but do you think that your significant other is automatically, like, we're not talking about having a conversation. Before the conversation even happens, let's just say you're not going to have the conversation. Should that person be entitled just because they're your spouse to be on that purchase?
Yeah, because I don't see a problem with it. I wouldn't think twice about it. If they're on there automatically, I wouldn't care.
Do you think, my question is what I'm asking you, do you think it should be automatic?
So pretty much he's asking if, let's say your spouse is not bringing any value to the table when it comes to purchasing this property, are they entitled for their name to be on those papers if they're not throwing down and like adding value in some sort of way? So it's kind of like, it's kind of like, oh, you're my woman. So, I mean,
you're entitled to be on it. No, I'm saying what Harry was saying. He said, oh, just because you're my girl, you're automatically entitled to be on the papers. I'm
speaking based on marriage. I mean, if you're married and you're getting a house, if Justin's buying a house, automatically put my name on it. But
so you do feel like you should automatically be entitled. Okay. So that
I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just because, something happens, he's, on that title too. And then I don't know. It's just something I wouldn't even think twice about, just because I trust him. I know him. If he doesn't contribute money-wise, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, we're both in this. What's mine is his, and what's his is mine. So I wouldn't think twice about it. If it's automatic, go ahead. No, let me hear your thoughts.
I think that's a very like woman-like answer. In my opinion, because like this is nitty gritty for me, because like I get the whole marriage thing, but at the same time, so is with nothing to offer, is my spouse supposed to ride my coattail to wealth just because she's my woman? Like is she not putting out any value when it comes to creating wealth and real estate? Like that's where I stem from. Like, fuck, if it's just gonna be me putting down on all these houses and whatnot, and she's just gonna pretty much like coattail my wealth throughout my whole life, then what exactly do I need her for?
Well, you've got a problem.
Nate,
I don't think.
Well, I mean, in my opinion, I agree with Harry, not to the point that he said. I just feel like nowadays marriage isn't marriage. You know, you don't get married nowadays, I feel like, with the same aspect of what we did last, 20 years ago, where it's the same where like Leslie and you guys all fall, where, now you probably think, yeah, I can automatically put them on there, but I feel like dating nowadays, and if you were to get married nowadays, it's really not the same mindset. I feel like girls don't have that same mindset, and they have that entitlement where they want to be put on there, but they don't contribute. I mean, for you to ride on this title, you gotta contribute something, and I don't mean you just pushing me to get up every morning to go build shit. Like,
yeah, but that's the thing. That's a conversation you should have with your partner before you even purchase a house. Okay, we're going to purchase this house. The title, if you want the title to be under your name because that makes you feel better about yourself, go ahead. But then, come up to an agreement like, okay, well, you cover these bills, I'll cover these other bills, and then you can tag team the whole thing. But I mean, it's just all about communication and the way going into a big commitment like this, like a house or apartment, whatever.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. But for the sake of the question, it's like, should it automatically be something that's on a title without any communication? No, I don't think so. Not at all. I don't think you should automatically be on here because you're my wife.
I say yes if it's your wife or husband, yeah.
Or your wife or husband, yeah, for sure.
No, I mean, I'm gonna say no to this because
lies.
I'm gonna go with Nate.
Lies. Lies.
Whoa. Let me finish because for me it's a little different because it was automatic because actually the person I'm with is because I actually trust her. And obviously we've been together for 12 plus years. So whenever we were buying our house, there was no question about it. It was never even a question because
that's where I agree with you. That's where I'm on the same page with you. No,
but listen, but that's just me though. I'm just saying in my situation, it worked out that way because the person I'm with is someone that I trust with my life and that I know would never betray me or that would never turn their back on me. However, a lot of people out there that are getting married, like Nate said, it's not the same thing. Like a lot of these marriages these days, I feel like they're just either for legality reasons or for show or whatever the hell it might be. Is there people are not getting married for the right reasons anymore. I think is what they were trying to say. So for somebody to just think that they're entitled to be on the papers of a significant purchase such as a home, I think it's crazy. So I think again, it should never be automatic. The conversation needs to be had before the purchase happens, and those two people need to sit down and be like, listen, what like Harry said, what are you bringing to the table? Because I'm not going in there buying a house just for us and think you're just gonna kick back, relax, and just enjoy all this while I'm busting my ass. I'm paying for all this, and then your name's on the title. So if shit goes south, then what? Then I have to split it with you? Nah, that's not happening. Yeah.
Kareem, something to add in your situation though. It's not only about trust in your situation, but Vanessa provides a lot of value in your life. She makes your life a lot easier in a ton of different ways. So that's what I mean. She brought something to the table, bro. Like I don't necessarily mean that you need to completely throw down exactly to the dime what I'm throwing down money wise. Like I just need you to do your part in the household. Like, but bro, Vanessa does it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she holds it down as a wife. She does everything that I can ask for and more. And which is why, again, it doesn't always comes down to, are you throwing down the same down payment as I am? Because that's not the case. Like you said, Harry, is what are you bringing to the home as a wife, as a mom? Like, are you bringing that nurturing vibe that are you taking care of me? Like if I'm having long nights at work, you're making sure that I have a hot plate ready for me at home. You're taking care of my kids, of our kids. Like you're taking care of the dog. Like you're doing the little things that she shouldn't even be doing, and she does it, bro. And that's why a lot of women these days lack those values and they lack those attributes in their life, and think that they can just walk into a relationship and just think because they're pretty and they have 20,000 followers on IG that they bring some type of value to a relationship. When all that shit means nothing at the end of the day. You're pretty to look at, but 20 years down the road, you're gonna be an old fucking dirt, like beat up chicken that nobody wants to look at no more. And at that point, what else are you bringing? Because you're not gonna be doing IG or whatever the hell you're doing in OnlyFans or whatever they think they're doing at 21, 22. Because again, as men, we're looking down the line, we're looking long term into these relationships, especially when buying property and investing. Because when you're buying property, you're investing in long term into your life, and you're obviously investing with your partner, who should be someone you should always trust. So if again, it shouldn't be automatic. I should have that conversation with that person. For me, that conversation never needs to happen because there was no question about it. So if you do feel that way about your spouse and there is no question about it and you have 100% trust, then go for it. But if there's any doubt in your mind that there needs to be a conversation, that conversation needs to happen. That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't really have much else to say on that. You kind of hit that on the head. Nate, that boy Nate ready for that outro, baby.
It's past my bedtime, boys.
It was some good conversation, man. We hit on some good topics. Harry came with that heat. He came with them notes. He had his little index cards ready. I like it. Leslie, thank you for coming on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It was lovely having you. Thank you for giving us a little insight, a little mama side to it all.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Nate, for all that crazy ass research you did for this pod, bro. That was insane.
Yo, thank you, Nate, for all the hot takes, boy.
I didn't have one hot take, and you guys get on me about it, bro.
We're on your neck. Hey,
bro, my boy is sick and tired of giving these his fans what they want, bro.
They must have gotten a DM or something, be like, "Don't you dare say nothing negative again." Hey,
like, you're on the hot seat. You're on the hot seat.
I don't got no death
Yeah,
threats.
because Nate's not saying much this time. He had a lot to say last episode.
What do you guys need?
Hey, my man's in the doghouse. Something's going on. Hit us up in the comments. Let us know what's going on with Nate, because we don't know.
There's nothing going on.
Send help.
I said to y'all earlier, I said I'm gonna sit back on this one and let y'all handle it. That's what I said, right?
Hey, listen. The people want to hear from you.
I thought it was going to be a little bit more intense between Harry and Leslie, though. I thought it was going to get a little bit more active.
It's because I thought Leslie was going to be more intense.
I know. I thought so too, Leslie. I thought you were going to come out with some fire here.
Maybe in the next episode.
The next episode, okay.
Get to get warmed up. She said, yeah, I just had to feel the vibes a little bit. That's all right.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm making my debut today. Let me cook.
All right, man. Well, again, it was good having you on the pod, Leslie. Thank you for coming on, some time away from the babies and from the hubby. Spending some time with us today. Appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
Harry, as always, with the good little research. I appreciate it, my boy. Nate, again, thank you for the hot take. Not, but hey, man. Again, so we'll see y'all next week. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, and if you're feeling generous, hit that post notification button. So if nothing else, man, we'll see y'all next time. Appreciate y'all.
All right, go Chiefs.
Hey.